Hello everyone, my name is Rahul and today I'll be talking about the best energy drink selling company in the world, that is Red Bull. So let's begin with the presentation. Firstly, I'll be telling you about the history of the company. Red Bull is an energy drink that is based on Thai energy drink Kratik Ding, which translates as Red Bull. The company was founded by Chilio Uvidai and Dietrich Mateschitz. During a trip to Asia, Dietrich realized that Kratik Ding helped his jet lag. Dietrich then took his idea, modified some ingredients to suit the taste of Westerners, and in 1987 partnership with Chilio and founded Red Bull. They both invested $5,000 in the company and Dietrich headed the company. The initial product launch was in Austria in 1987. So, what are the main ingredients of the famous Red Bull energy drink? Red Bull contains caffeine, taurine, vitamin B3, B5, B6, and B12. It also contains sucrose and glucose. Now, what are the health effects after Red Bull is consumed? To start off, one can of Red Bull that is 250 milliliters contains 80 milligram of caffeine, that is double the amount of your average cup of coffee. Upon ingestion, it takes almost 10 minutes for the caffeine to enter your bloodstream, and at that point, your heart rate and your blood pressure will begin to rise. By 45 minutes, you'll start feeling more alert and have a greater ability to concentrate, which is why people who are studying, Red Bull is favorite of those people. Then by 50 minutes, your body will absorb all the caffeine, and this is the point where your liver kicks in to get trying to balance out the levels of just caffeine and sugar in your body. After only 1 hour, the dreaded sugar crash will occur and the caffeine will begin to dwindle as well as the sugar leave a new feeling tired and burnt out. By 5 to 6 hours in the average human body, the caffeine will have reached its half-life and will be 50% removed from your bloodstream. However, if you have any kind of health issues that are on a bigger side or a woman on birth control, you can double this time. By 12 hours, if you are of average health, then the caffeine should be entirely removed from your bloodstream and system. In the span of 12 to 24 hours, because most of us consume caffeine on a pretty regular basis, and lots of things we drink, and not just energy drinks, but coffee and of course cold drinks, contains caffeine. This is where you will start to experience withdrawal symptoms because, lest we forget, caffeine is of course a drug. These symptoms include irritability, constipation, and of course headache. Studies have shown that after 7 to 12 days, this is the time frame for your body to become tolerant to your regular caffeine dosage. That means you'll get used to it, and so you won't feel the effects of the drink pretty much. Now let's talk about the product lineup of Red Bull. Apart from the original drink, Red Bull also sold different versions of drink like Red Bull Sugar Free, Cola, Total Zero, Red Bull Edition, Blue Edition, Yellow Edition, Lime Edition, Kiwi Edition, Orange Edition, and many more. What's the reason behind Red Bull's success? A key reason has been its aggressive and innovative marketing strategy involving sponsorships and endorsement. Today, Red Bull also owns sports teams around the world, including US Major League Soccer team and Formula One team in England. Red Bull also focused on consumer needs, demands, and wants. That is the key reason why it is the best energy drink selling company in the world. Today, Red Bull is sold in over 160 countries and over 30 billions of Red Bull cans are estimated to have been consumed since 1987. Nearly 4.5 billion were sold in 2000 alone. It is also said that the tagline Red Bull gives you wings is also the main reason behind the company's success. The tagline also attracts customers to buy the drink. Red Bull is also famous for its extreme sports events which are performed by professionals, and almost every extreme sport event is breathtaking and is very dangerous. Now let's talk what are the events that Red Bull organizes. So one by one I'll be talking about them. Red Bull Flu-Tech. It is an event that is organized by Red Bull in which competitors attempt to fly homemade, size and weight limited human powered flying machine. The flying machines are usually launched off a platform that is above 30 feet high above the sea. Now Red Bull Air Race. It is again an extreme sport event in which an international series of air races in which competitors have to navigate a challenging obstacle course in the fastest time. Pilots fly individually against the clock and have to complete tight turns through zigzag paths consisting of pylons known as air gates. Usually 10 to 14 aerobatic stunt pilots participate in air race, which is performed in low-level aerial water race track. Now Red Bull Motocross or Red Bull X Fighters. It is the best and audience-loving extreme sports event in which usually motor riders race and perform stunts on the different and difficult types of racetracks. As we know, Red Bull is expert in organizing so many different kinds of events, and almost all the events that Red Bull organizes is best in its class around the world. Among which Red Bull Flutec, X Fighters Road Race, Red Bull Stratos and Air Race are the best and famous events. As a part of its marketing strategy, Red Bull organizes different kinds of parties, concerts to attract more people. Usually these concerts are performed by good artists and bands. Red Bull is also the first brand which won trust of so many people and therefore came into use in clubs and then into the stores. Now let's discuss some questions under the case study. So first question, what are Red Bull's greatest strengths and risks as more companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi and Monster enter the energy drink category and gain market share? As we know that the biggest strength of the Red Bull company is its aggressive and unique marketing strategy involving sponsorships and endorsements. Red Bull also have well targeted campaigns and the maximum marketing of the company is done through sports events. Now let's talk about the weakness of the company. Market shares have shrunk over the last few years due to high shipment and production costs and also due to high sugar contents used in the Red Bull energy drink. Now let's talk about the risks involved. First, dominance of the Red Bull is threatened by the entry of Coca-Cola in the industry, as it is the only company which can compete with Red Bull. Second, also people are more concerned about their health because of the spreading of awareness regarding the effects due to energy drink. Third, failure in the new product, service or market category. Fourth, losing the tight focus among existing brands and damaging the perceptions of your existing brand. Now second question. Should Red Bull do more traditional advertising? Why or why not? Red Bull should not do more traditional advertising because they should stick to newer forms of advertising like online and social media that will work better and which will be very helpful in future. They should also employ other non-traditional methods of advertising such as giving free drinks away sometimes when students rent books from check. But I think that current marketing strategy is good and it will continue to grow in the market. Now third question. Discuss the effectiveness of Red Bull's sponsorship, for example, Bull Stratos. Is this a good use of Red Bull's marketing budget? Where should the company draw the line? Red Bull Stratos was a space diving project involving Austrian skydiver Felix Baumgartner. On 14th October 2012, Baumgartner flew approximately 39 kilometers in stratosphere over New Mexico, United States, in a helium balloon. This increased the number of sails, and the event was watched on TV, and it became the most watched TV live streaming event in the history. I think companies should draw the line to their limits as these events can be very dangerous to human lives. Now this is the summary slide which gives the overall idea of the whole presentation, mentioning all the key points. This presentation is prepared by Rahul Ladiya this May, student of Maulana Azad National Institute of Technology, NIT Bhopal, under the guidance of Professor Mathur of IIM Lucknow. Thank you.